Welcome, everybody, to a busy edition of the Phillies Fastball. I'm Mike Gill. Appreciate everybody being on board today. Let's get right into it. Oscar Budejen, Jeff Kerr, some news. Obviously, the Phillies day baseball against the Cubs. Their lineup, we'll take a look at that in just a second. But before the game today, they made a move that many people, I don't know if people are surprised by based on his performance, but are you surprised they released Taijuan Walker based on the financial commitment and the final year of his deal? 4 years, $72 million. He signed in December of 2022. Jeff Kerr, they released Taijuan Walker today.
Yeah, I put out a tweet last night about Taijuan Walker that people did not like, but the reality of the situation was I did not think he was going to be back after this start. Look, the guy does work hard. He's a good guy in the clubhouse, but sometimes you got to go with the results, and the results are what we see down there. 1-4, 9.13 ERA, 8 home runs. He just hasn't been good, and you just can't keep trotting him out there every fifth day. There's no role for him in this bullpen. You just have to eat the $15 million at this point. I'm honestly surprised that they did it as quick as they did, but I had a feeling last night after watching that performance, there was no way they could bring him back.
Oscar, are you surprised that the Phillies actually pulled the plug on this?
Look, the Phillies are trying to make move to get out of the massive hole they're in right now. And look, this guy, 9.13 ERA, you give him 5 starts. I mean, you've given him through his career tremendous opportunities, and the guy has not been effective. And look, the reality is you prefer to have Rangel in the roster than having Taijuan Walker. Taijuan Walker, you put him out there. What? How many 8 home runs in 22 innings? I mean, come on, guys.
Rangel's down now too.
Actually, right. They sent Rangel back because he pitched yesterday, so he's probably not useful. Nolan Hoffman got recalled today before the game.
Again, having somebody from the minors that is probably going to be a lot more effective than this guy. I mean, 22 innings, 36 hits, 11 base on balls. I mean, you have 47 runners on base in 22 innings. I mean, 17 strikeouts, not good enough. 8 home runs. I mean, this guy's not good enough, period. That's it. I mean,
you're a bad baseball team right now, and you have no chance to win when that guy pitches.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think anybody – I tweeted this out this morning before he ended up getting released, so I don't know if the Phillies were reading my social media timeline. But, I said how in good conscience Dave Dombrowski can continue to keep Taijuan Walker on this team, because if I've argued over the years, people say, why does Thompson keep starting him? And until Dombrowski got rid of him, Topper had no choice but to start him because you're paying him $18 million. The GM dictated, this guy's on the roster. How else am I supposed to use this guy if he's here? This was the only thing I could do. So he had to keep starting him. And then they put in this wonky opener yesterday, and he couldn't get that done. So the writing was on the wall. They tried him in the bullpen last year. He had no role. And I'm glad that they finally were big boys and ripped the Band-Aid off and made the first move. But it might be too little, too late.
Yeah, and you can't worry about the optics, right? You can't worry about what the fans think. Oh, they should release Taijuan, or they should release this guy. No, you just have to do it. Like you said, just rip the Band-Aid off, Mike. And that's what they did. And does it look bad right now? They're paying, $17.8 million to Nick Castellanos, and it's like $15.5 million to Taijuan Walker. That's basically $33 million you're paying for 2 guys to not be here. But I think this just shows you the problems with this team and why they couldn't make this roster better, because you're paying 2 guys that aren't here.
Look at his numbers yesterday. This to me summarizes the career of Taijuan Walker in Philly. 4 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. You allow 2 home runs. I mean, forget about it. You cannot pitch. Continue to pitch. I mean, They said, well, you're having issues starting the game. Let's go with a start. Look, guys, you tried everything with this guy. Enough is enough. That's it. Done. I mean,
and you know what's funny? The manager we had. So Oscar knows this. There's a lot of office meetings with the manager, especially on day home games. And we talked about Taijuan Walker, about them potentially doing this opener. And Rob said, well, he still has to pitch a first inning. It just won't be the first inning. So I think Rob even knew then, like, hey, look, yeah, we're going to try this. That doesn't mean it's going to work. And it didn't. So what do you do? It's like what Mike said, like what you said, Oscar. What do you do with this guy? You just can't throw him.
You do what you did today and let him go try to find another opportunity. You got to take the hit. But as I will say, and I tweeted this out this morning, listen, the problem with this team right now as I see it, and I don't know that you guys agree, and you don't have to agree, Dave Dombrowski has handed out bad contracts. Castellanos, Walker, they have not worked. And it has gotten to a level where, look, Dombrowski, I think we all can agree. He has World Series. He's an accomplished guy in this game. They're not going to just fire him. So now it comes to Middleton. The pressure is on this organization. This story that comes out today, that they don't have a left-hander to throw batting practice. I mean, there are high school teams that have 48 coaches on them, all wearing pullover jackets to throw batting practice. And the Phillies don't have one. The optics of the whole organization. Now, Oscar, I'm not saying this is why they're losing games, but the optics are not good.
Yeah, the optics are not good, but we're looking at every little detail, trying to find a solution around this. I mean, let's keep it high level, guys. This is the 5th highest payroll team in all baseball. We started this year 8-16. We're probably not. I'm going to tell you right straight up. This team is the worst team in baseball. I mean, we have a minus 50 run differential, guys. Minus 50. Let me
Oscar,
put it this way. No, time out. The Colorado Rockies are minus 15. The Colorado Rockies, minus 15. We're minus 50.
Oscar, there's a statistic out there that is really funny. This is how much the run differential is between the Braves and the Phillies right now, so I'm glad you put this out here. The Braves could lose 7-0 to the Nationals today. And the Phillies could beat the Cubs 100-0 to get even in run differential.
Well, it
that
tells
is
you guys,
incredible.
I mean,
so the by the way, the lineup for today is Turner, Schwarber. They flipped those guys last night. They went right back to Turner, Schwarber.
Oh, again, they didn't score last night. It's the players. You can rearrange the deck chairs on the Titanic all you want. The ship's still going to sink.
Right. So they gave that lineup one day. Turner, Schwarber, Harper. Reyes is playing left. Marsh is playing right, which is what I said yesterday. They would put Reyes in the outfield and move Marsh to right, and they'll say that Garcia's just sitting for the day. But they're going to have to make a decision. Is Reyes now your everyday number 4 hole hitter? What happens in this situation? Predictions.
I think that's worse than this whole optics thing with the left-handed pitching thing. And I'm glad you point that out. Like, you don't have a left-handed pitcher to throw these guys in bang, whatever. But the fact that you have a 25-year-old who, let's face it, I was told a month ago, he has to hit for about 3 months to get up here, and then we'll consider him. Now he's your cleanup hitter. What is wrong with this team? Why can't their major league players that have had success in the major leagues, and I'm looking at Alec Boehm, and I'm looking at JT Realmuto's hurt, but I'm looking at Adolis Garcia, Bryson Stott, anybody. Why can't these guys hit right now?
Good question. I don't know that I have the answer to that, why they can't hit right now. You talked about it, Oscar. Actually, yesterday on the show, I had Dave Gallagher on, 9-year Major League Baseball veteran, played with the Phillies in 1995, and he's a great storyteller about his experiences. And he said he's watching Boehm as a guy who needs a mental break. Right? He just needs a mental recharge. I don't know if you could go on the injured list because of that, but that's what he asked. Can you do that where he just needs to take a 10-day get away from this thing?
Minor league. You put him in the minors for 10 days.
He has to agree to that, though.
He has to agree to that.
I mean, I'm saying, I get he has to agree to it. Look, you're part of this organization. We want the best for you. We think it would be helpful for you to go down there.
But does he think the organization wants the best for him? He will not be a part of this organization next year.
It's a tough spot for them. It's a tough spot with him. And Miller not being ready, that doesn't help things. They got a mess on their hands with this whole situation. You got Reyes in the 4 hole. By the way, the rest of the lineup behind Reyes today, Marsh, Stott, Boehm, Crawford, and then Stubbs is catching. So it looks like bringing Stubbies up didn't help last night, but we'll see if they can get some vibes going today.
I want to screenshot Lehigh's lineup today and just post it and be like, okay, Phillies fans, who's going to replace Alec Bohm? Who's going to replace Bryson Stott? Who in this lineup is going to do that? Who are you legitimately?
What's the name of the guy in that we signed? Kabert? I mean, the
Carter
guy.
Kieboom? But he's not on the 40 yet. Like,
Yeah,
you want Bohm on the 40?
no, but beyond that, he's not better. I mean, he's not the solution here, guys. He's not the solution. Look, you have what you have. This is the 5th most expensive team in baseball. You have to run them, and they need to figure it out. Schwarber, Turner, and Harper, starting with them. I said all along, those are the guys that need to carry this team. Do what you need to do. Turner, I mean, he got 1 hit yesterday. Schwarber struck out twice. Harper didn't get a hit. You were what, 1 for 12 with 4 strikeouts? Not good enough, period. That's it. Those are the guys that make the money. Those are the guys that need to get you out of the hump.
And if you want to look at the positives, Alec Bohm did have 2 hits. And Mundo Sosa, who platoon for Bryson Stott, too. That's what you want. But you're right, Oscar. Now all of a sudden your big guns aren't hitting. They're not playing team baseball at all.
Last night, I want to get your thoughts real quick. Sosa, as we see in the box score, 2 for 2. They go by the book last night and hit Stott in that spot. Thoughts on that?
Look, to me, Mundito is an emotional guy. He goes 2 for 2. You got to let him play. I mean, you want to put Stott in there, you replace him with Baum. That's it. That's what you need to do. And look, finally, we got a hit with runs in scoring position, and Mundito did it yesterday. We went 1 for 4, 7 left on base. Look, the bottom line is everything is not working, right? Your starters are not going deep. Your bullpen now has 3 important guys in the disabled list. I mean, with Duran, Bowlan, and Pop. You have Realmuto now that you don't have your starting catcher. He's out on the IL. I mean, everything's going wrong. So what happens is, look, and Christopher Sanchez have to go against one of the best pitchers in baseball today in Cabrera. I mean, so you're stuck. I mean, you're stuck. You gotta keep running them out there until they figure it out. That's it.
I mean, look, we can talk about 2027 all we want, and I will right now, but Alec Bohm's not going to be here. I don't think Bryson Stott's going to be, not with this performance. By the way, he was terrible after he came in for Mundito last night. Adolis Garcia's not going to be. That's when you make those changes. But this is where I agree with you, Oscar. You have to just run this out. They have to figure it out. We're only 24 games in. Can 8 and 16 teams make the playoffs? Yes, but how far? Like I'm not panicking, but you just can't keep losing like the way they're losing.
Well, you're not scoring.
The Mets won yesterday. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, they finally won.
Doesn't matter. The Mets are 8 and 16. You're 8 and 16. They lost 12 in a row. You're in the midst of an 8-game losing streak. This is bad for both of these high-priced clubs. And you guys are right. You don't have any other answers other than to just keep running this out. But that doesn't mean it's going to change anything. Because, Jeff, you're right. You looked at the Phillies systems. One of the problems this team has is they're a little barren. They don't have young guys. Miller's hurt. Escobar not ready. You don't have guys that are ready. So your AAA guys are more 4A level players. So this is what you got. You're not going to go and say, hey, I got a guy who's ripping it up like Otto Kemp at AAA. You've already seen that Otto Kemp is not coming up and helping you. He's a 4A player. He is not a major league guy that's going to come up and all of a sudden hit 290 with 15 home runs. They don't have those guys. So this is what it is. So it's either going to turn around or it's going to be an ugly season.
Yeah.
I mean, right now it's looking like it's going to be an ugly season. I mean, there's no way around this.
I tell people, you want to look toward the future, go to First Energy Sam and watch Rang fight in Phils. Because that top of that lineup, Reading is leading the Eastern League in team ERA. They are leading the Eastern League in home runs. They are third in the Eastern League in batting average. They start 0-4, and they're 9-8 right now. Like, this team is catching fire. The prospects are there. Escobar, Nori. I know Hendinger's not really hitting right to start the year, but he has power. Like, there are guys in that lineup that can hit. Alex Benillas, he's leading the Eastern League in home runs right now. I didn't even realize he was a thing. He looked like he was a career minor league. Now it looks like he's too good for AA.
Well, listen, we've seen these guys, Otto Kemp, guys like that who end up having very big minor league numbers. But how many of these guys are legitimate major league guys that can help the team? We'll see Reyes. He's in there right now. How long do they give him? We'll see. But
By the way, I really like his at-bats. His at-bats are very, very competitive, no matter the pitcher. I mean, sometimes yesterday, Horton got him on a changeup, a couple of changeups, but he looks the part to me. He looks like he's a major league hitter.
Yeah, he does. I think he has staying power. I really do. And what I like about Reyes is, again, I said it yesterday, no fear. He's very disciplined at the plate. Like you said, Oscar, he's just having good at-bats. Even on his 0 for nights, he's looking good. Like, I think he's a guy you got to keep in the lineup. I just think it's a really bad indictment that he's the cleanup hitter. But also, I want to point this out. They had Kyle Schwarber in left field yesterday. They had Harper playing DH. They had Reyes playing for. I think they're going to be mixing that up around a lot more too.
See, like for example, they sat Sosa today. I would not have sat Sosa today.
I wouldn't have either.
I'm sorry. I mean, Alec Bohm haven't proven to me that he's a consistent hitter. Cabrera is a hell of a pitcher. I mean, this is going to be – look, the only way the Phillies win this game is if our friend has a great game today. I mean, it's
Christopher Sanchez.
Yeah, Christopher Sanchez has a hell of a game today.
By the way,
he's the only guy that has gotten us 6 innings in the last month. I mean, whatever, the last 2 weeks.
There is only one player on this baseball team that I think can win the Phillies a game. He's starting today. Christopher Sanchez. I don't even think Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber could do it because they're in this offense. I think Christopher Sanchez can do that.
Well, I mean, if Kyle Schwarber comes up and has a 2-home-run day and Harper has right now, look at the box score last night, guys. 2 runs, second inning, no runs the rest of the way. Second verse, same as the first. And then somebody, posted on X at me and said, you're blaming Taijuan Walker. This offense can't hit. I said, I agree with you. However, Walker comes in the game, and promptly, when the Phillies finally get a lead, he gives it right back up, and that's just demoralizing.
When they entered, and he gives up a run, and he gives up 2 more runs, and then he can't get out of the 5th. It's, I mean, really, and I said the starting pitching to me has been more disappointing than the offense because I thought the starting pitcher would carry this team.
Agree.
The offense is struggling. And
but Oscar, 9 hits, they only get 2 runs. I mean, again, they got hits. You got the number. Only 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position, 7 left on base. The Cubs were 3 for 9 with 7 left on base, but 9 hits, they just couldn't get anything going, though, it seemed like. You get 9 hits, guys. You should – right. But you get 9 hits, you should start – there should be some action on the bases.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, no base on balls. And 12 is strikeout. What that tells me is
12 strikeouts.
Lack of discipline. That's what it says, lack of discipline at the plate. I mean, you have – Barchan got 2 strikeouts. Schwarber has 2 strikeouts. Adolis Garcia has 2 strikeouts. I mean, it's lack of discipline at the plate. I mean, that's
my issue. Like, say if you fire Kevin Long, you just say they do that. That's not going to stop these guys from striking out.
They're not. I mean, they're not. It's who they are, guys. It's who they are. Yeah. And it goes back to the beginning. I mean, look at our postseason, the last 3 postseasons. I mean, we didn't hit. I mean, that's the bottom line. We did not hit. I mean, Castellano was our best hitter 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Yeah. It's getting bad, and you wonder what the murmurs are inside that organization right now. Are they looking at it the way us 3 are having this conversation of, guys, we're in some trouble here? Because I don't think John Middleton and Dave Dombrowski and Rob Thompson looked at this team and thought that this – look, one of these years may have been coming with the age on this team. I don't think they thought it was this early that the age of this team was going to start to bite them.
And I'll tell you what, this is a big year for this organization because this organization has been touting, we got the All-Star game. We got a really good team. We have a team that's going to compete. Oh, by the way, it might be like 96 where you're in last place and you have the All-Star game. That is not a good look for John Middleton in this organization.
Yeah, look at this. Just look at this for a second. Cabrera, 13 at bats by Bohm, a 154 batting average. Harper is the one that's hit him. He has a home run in 10 at bats and a couple of RBIs against him. The rest, I mean, Stubby has a couple. I mean, he has a 500 average against him. So look, it's not going to be easy. Schwarber has a 163 batting average with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. It's not pretty, guys. I mean, but the big bats, they need to deliver.
Hey, listen,
Turner has
Oscar,
3 hits, he has 3 hits and 10 at bats.
Oscar, you could put the left-handed pitcher who throws the Phillies bat. Oh, they don't have one of those. But if you put that guy in there, they wouldn't hit him either.
I mean, look at our numbers against lefties now. 2 for 10 against lefties this year.
Anytime a left-handed pitcher,
2 and 10.
anytime a lefty-handed pitcher play, you chalk it up as a loss. You just do.
By the way, Oscar, you would know this. They don't have a win against an actual left-handed starter, right? Like one that is not an opener.
No, they won 2.
Aren't they like 0-7 or something?
They won 2. They're 2 and 10 against lefties. I mean,
no, I'm talking about non-openers. Non-openers. Like actual starting.
Look, I have to go back and look at it, but I mean, the bottom line is they're 2 and 10 against lefties and 6 against righties. We got a righty going today, but this is ugly. Look at that. 0 and 3 this week. Two runs, 2.3 runs per game, and they're allowing 6.3 runs per game. I mean,
by the way, these 2 weeks are like the 2 weeks of hell. Like the Cubs are that much better than them. The Braves are that much better than them. Maybe they just not need to play them.
The Marlins are playing better than them. I mean,
I got news for you. Everybody's playing better than them. Not the Marlins, not the Nationals. Everybody is playing better than that. Includes the Mets right now. By the way, the Mets are awful. They're only a minus 26. You're a minus 50. So everybody's playing worse than this team right now. You know what? We're canceling Phillies fastball. It is over. The Phillies fastball has jinxed this team.
I think it's more of the ghost energy thing in left field, whatever it is.
I mean, we could change the name if you want to, Mike.
Phillies slow pitch softball coming up tomorrow. All right, guys.
Phillies left-handed pitcher. That's
unbelievable. Marlins are better. Michael, yes, everybody's better. All right, Phil's lose 8 straight, trying to get on track today. Live action against the Cubs. Day baseball at Wrigley Field. There's nothing better than day baseball. You ever go to a day game at Wrigley Field, guys?
It's incredible, guys.
I've never been to Wrigley. It's on my bucket list. I would love. I hate how the Phillies play them in April, by the way. I wish it was June or July for once so I could go.
I went in June. I guess it had to be like 10, 15 years ago, but I went one time. It was fantastic. It was something I want to get back to and do again. Day baseball for the Phils as their struggles continue. We'll see tomorrow during Phillies fastball. Can they turn this thing around? But the big news, Taijuan Walker released. Jeff and Oscar, thanks, guys. We'll talk to both of you guys tomorrow.
Go Phils.